What up, world? Welcome to an episode of Wrestling Life. As you know, I am the host, Brandon, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere. Brandon Janeau Show, social media, Instagram and Threads, real Brandon Janeau Show. That's real. Brandon Janeau Show, REAL, Brandon Janeau Show, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show, man. Go follow me on all of social media platforms. I would appreciate it if you did. Really, where you go is the YouTube channel, man. The YouTube channel, Brandon Janeau Show. Go comment, like it, what, share. All helps in the algorithm. Everything, man. Like the shorts, like the vids, comment on the shorts, comment on the vids. Yeah, all helps in the algorithm. Like I said, this is wrestling life, and obviously, it's like our freaking Super Bowl if you are a wrestling fan, because tonight was the first, first night of WrestleMania 42. And this is, of course, my rate and review show of night one of WrestleMania 42. It was what? 7 matches on the card tonight. 7 matches on the card. 7 matches on the card tonight. Um, yeah. 7 matches on the card. By the way I am saying this already, you could tell this is not going to end well for a lot of these goddamn people on this card tonight. Uh, yeah, 7 matches on a card. If you don't know how to do this, I talk about my least favorite to my most favorite match, and I either name one my match of the night. Spoiler alert: it's only one match that has a 5-star rating for me personally. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Um, let's go into it, man. Oh, my least favorite match of the night. Now here's the problem. I got 2 matches. What 1.5 stars? 1.5 stars. I got 2 matches, 1.5 stars. Um, Last year, I think I gave War Raiders and New Day the same. Like I think I gave them like a 1.5, maybe a star. I think I gave it like a 1.5 last year. Well, I got 2 matches that are equally bad for me personally. Equally bad. It was just uh, my first match. I would say I just did not give a shit about was Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. I gave this 1.5 stars. To be honest, I give this shit a star. I mean, for the women's intercontinental championship, this match with the amount of story that they did try to tell, and amount of energy they try to install into this story. AJ Lee's back in WWE. Yes, because CM Punk, but CM Punk needed help because Seth Rollins put his wife Becky Lynch into the story, which made him go get his wife AJ Lee. She's literally back in wrestling because of Becky. I don't. This is why I said this match didn't need a title. I literally said this shit. I did not think this match needed a fucking title because if this is how it's gonna be, what the fuck do we need a title on the line for, bro? You could have gave that shit to Io Sky and had Io on the card versus Asuka. And Becky and AJ can stay out of the match. They are the big names. They are fucking the drawers. They don't need a title, bro. You could have put the fucking belt on Io Sky or Asuka, and we could have fucking had them two on the card. It would have been better. You could have had that on Sunday night. We would have had 7 matches on Sunday. We would have had at least actual fucking reason to watch the fucking match. This shit was fucking just bad, bro. It was bad. I didn't like the Elimination Chamber match. I thought it was fucking boring. Then this shit was terrible tonight. Like, oh my god, this shit was bad. And this is the thing. I saw AJ Lee actually have a good fucking match since she's been back with Bailey. I seen it. I fucking saw it. So it's clearly that their chemistry just don't fucking work. Whatever the fuck they think that they're putting the match together, whatever they're thinking about when they put the match together, clearly when they get in the ring, the shit don't work. Like clearly, like it just doesn't fucking work. I've never seen no shit like this. Like this shit was fucking bad, bro. Last year when I went out there and I said what I said about the New Day and the War Raiders, the reason why I said that shit is because they had no story. You literally just put that fucking match together like 2 weeks before WrestleMania. I wouldn't say 2 weeks, like a week before Mania. And you just did the fucking match. And it was just so fucking boring. And and the ending sucked. It was just stupid. This is the same thing. It was like this at least had and it still fucking sucked. This was not good. This was a waste of time. They could have just had a regular old one-on-one match, no title on the line. And I have said this numerous fucking times. You are telling a story, but it seemed like the story is between Becky and the referee Jessica Carr. And it seems like this is the fucking story that you actually are trying to tell, but instead you're telling AJ like she's the representative of Jessica Carr. And it's not that. It's just this shit was bad. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. Like I said, Becky and AJ by themselves could have sold the match. They didn't need a title on the line. The fact that Io Sky is not on this fucking card, but I had to watch this shit again after I just saw this shit at Elimination Chamber. And even then, it was fucking bad. And it had a longer runtime. It was a longer match. So even shorter, it was a bad fucking match. Like this shit wasn't. What was this? Like I'm just flabbergasted. I don't know how the fuck you put that match on again, and it was worse. It was worse. I don't nah. That was fucking embarrassing. Oh my god, two of the greatest women. We can give them credit and love them and give them respect. They don't fucking work together. They just do not mesh. I don't know what I've said this numerous, and maybe it's because of Becky's wrestling style and AJ's wrestling style. They don't fucking mesh. I seen AJ have a good match without Becky in the ring with Bailey, and that fucking match was fucking good. It was so fucking good. You know what the fuck this was? Oh my god, we wasted a whole WrestleMania on a match that I knew just wasn't going to be fucking good. And man, this shit was just terrible. Love Becky Lynch, love AJ Lee, but y'all could have kept this shit on Monday Night Raw. Y'all could have had a Monday Night Raw moment. Becky could have won the belt back. You could have had Becky versus Io, Becky, Io, and Asuka. You could have figured something out. You could have did so many different ways with this shit. There was no reason for this match. You could have took the belt off of AJ and put it on Asuka and had Io and Asuka fight each other for the fucking belt. There was ways you could have done this. You wasted a whole title match for fucking nothing. For fucking nothing. You wasted a whole title match, and this is the easiest bet. This is oh my god. This is a 1 star. Like they at least had a story. This is why it is my worst match. Because at least they had something. They have been telling this story since fucking Clash in Paris. When Becky came out to help set Beat Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso. They have been telling this story since fucking September. AJ Lee came back like what the first? No, they've been telling this story since fucking August. She came back like the first SmackDown in September. Yo, they've been telling this fucking story since fucking August. Bro, oh my god. What the fuck are we doing? Oh my god. This match sucked. This match. Listen, like I said, we can give them their credit. We can give them their flowers. We can say we love them. which we do. I love Becky, love AJ Lee. They just don't fucking work. The only time them two worked is when it was a tag team match and when it was in War Games. Outside of that, like I said, without setting Punk and without the carnage of a War Games, when you put them in a match against each other, something about them that just don't work. Like they just don't mesh. Maybe like I said, maybe it's Becky's wrestling style, maybe it's AJ Lee's wrestling style, but whatever the fuck it is, yeah, we don't need to see this shit no more. Let AJ Lee do something else. I'm assuming when Nikki Bella gets healed, that's what the direction is. It's gonna be Bella Twins, and I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but I gotta say it now. But it's gonna probably be Bella Twins, Paige, and AJ Lee. I'm assuming that's what the fuck is gonna be moving fucking forward. When Nikki Bella gets healed, she's gonna take the belt from Paige, and it's gonna be her and Nikki. I mean her and Brie versus AJ and Paige. That's the storyline out of all of this. This is what the fuck I got more so for WrestleMania. I don't know what the fuck you do with Becky. Maybe Monday night, they really do take the belt off of Becky and put it on JC Jane, which I am not mad at. If you want to put JC Jane immediately as the champion, when she just literally crushed it in NXT as the NXT Women's Champion, I literally said she is one of the greatest NXT Women's Champions of all time. And that's said a lot when you've had Bayley, Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, now Mercedes Moné. You've had Paige. You've had various different women, Roxanne Perez. You've had so many women hold that either NXT Women's title, and I can honestly say JC Jane might be one of the best to ever do it. Like, she might be the best. She might be the best. Like, so for her to come in and immediately beat Becky, I can see it. I can see Becky getting her cockiness on, doing like an AJ Lee WrestleMania 30, the night after WrestleMania 30. AJ Lee came out and was like, I'm the greatest women's wrestling champion of all time. Who's gonna challenge me? And then Paige comes out. I can see that. I can see Becky kind of doing that AJ Lee shit where she's like, I just beat AJ Lee. I'm the greatest women's champion of all time. I'm the greatest thing on the planet. What the fuck do you think? And then JC Jane comes out. Now again, my thing has always been, what do you do? Do you I've always said this. What do you do? Do you bring the entire Fatal Influence, or do you just let JC Jane rock by herself? Like I said, JC Jane has earned the right to rock by herself. See if she can do this by herself. But if you decide to bring the whole Fatal Influence, I'm not against it. You want to create a whole other Fatal Influence on the main roster, I'm not against it. Yeah, but this match, this shit was 1 star, bro. I gave it 1.5. I would really give it 1 star. This shit was bad. It was bad. The story that they had been telling, everything about it, and they just did not mesh. And I was hoping, man, I was praying that this was gonna be better. And it fucking wasn't. It just wasn't. I don't know what the fuck happened. It just, oh my God, yeah. If they never wrestle again, I'm good. If they want to wrestle, put them in like a tag team match or like a 6-way, something. Don't ever have them go one-on-one ever again. I'm good on this. I don't need to see Becky and AJ Lee one-on-one ever again in my life. I'm good. Love them too, but keep them the fuck separated. We are done. It is over. This will never work. Let it go. It's over. 1 star. Oh my God, that fucking match was bad, bro. I'm gonna keep this at 1 star because my next match was equally just as stupid. And that's Liv Morgan versus Stephanie McCur for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I did not like this match. I have told people that this match is not what y'all think is going. I thought this would be better. I really did. I thought this would be way fucking better. And it fucking wasn't. It just fucking wasn't. It's not like AJ and Becky. Like, they just don't mesh in the ring. I just think they didn't have enough time to actually do the match. It felt like it was the entrance, and they came out and did what I thought they would do, which was like, roll on the ground and punch each other and do all that shit. And then it just felt like it was just a big ass nothing after that. It was just like they had the little, whatever. And then after a while, you just sitting there like, this shit don't mean, what is this? It was quick. I think that's probably why I don't like it. It was just like a quick ass match. I don't know what the fuck this was. Like it was just so fast. It was like boom, 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 boom. And then Judgment Day was out there. I'm like, what the fuck is Judgment Day doing out there? Like it was just I would be surprised to see if this shit went past like 15 minutes. That shit felt quick as fuck. That shit felt quick as fuck. I'm gonna be honest. Like outside of like the entrance of the two, that match felt like it was like 10 minutes. It was quick. I don't. Maybe if they had more time, I could care about it. But that match felt fucking short as shit, and maybe that's probably why I was like, this. Yeah, this ain't it. Like I was just like, yeah, this ain't it. The time was off. Like it was just, I don't know, man. This match could have been something so special, and it just died, man. And people kept telling me this was a story. This is a story. This is a story. I'm gonna be honest, man. The hopes I had for women's wrestling at WrestleMania this year. Oh shit, this is bad. This is bad. This is not good. I mean, man, we all saw an Evolution pay per view where those women deserved that pay per view. They had earned the right to get another one during the summer. And then you come into WrestleMania, man, and these stories are very tingent. They not really put together well. It's like just a bunch of fucking brawling. Nothing's really told. And then you get to these matches, and these matches aren't shit. Like they just don't matter. All the shit you've been doing this whole month. And I've been saying this. People kept trying to make this like, oh no, y'all just tripping. Y'all not seeing. What the fuck are we not seeing? Because clearly this shit ain't working. Maybe it's the fact that it felt short. It felt like it just never had a time to cook. But man, oh man, oh man, this fucking match was bad, man. I just didn't care. I didn't care about it coming in. I damn sure didn't give a fuck about it going out. And it just and when it was going on, I was just like, this shit is short as fuck. It didn't even give us a chance to care. When she hit like Devil's Kiss in like the first 3 minutes of the match, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? It really does feel like they're putting shit on. This was a short WrestleMania. This shit started at 5, bro. It is 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock Houston. They gave us they the two matches they wanted to give the most time to. They definitely gave the most time to. But man, oh man, I feel bad for a lot of these people on WrestleMania Night One because a lot of these matches felt like they were just like, all right, just go out there and not and you gotta be on time. You gotta do the time. Bro, it's WrestleMania, bro. If you want these two women to cook, you gotta have to let them fucking cook. This shit just don't make sense. It didn't make sense. Like I'm sitting here and I'm waiting for this shit to get good, and it's just nothing, nothing. It just didn't happen. And I would prefer this to happen at Backlash and have them have the time. Like give them 20, 25 minutes. Let them fucking cook. Let them actually fucking wrestle. And then we can have a different conversation. But if you're talking about just tonight, what I saw from Liv and Stephanie tonight, 1.5 stars. 1.5 stars. There was nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. And anybody that's gonna glaze this shit because you love Liv or you love Stephanie, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass. This fucking match was just fucking boring. It made no sense. The shit, bro. There's no reason for these fucking two women to go out there and have the brawls they've had for the last couple fucking weeks. Like y'all kept screaming, "This is the story." And then we had this match tonight, and it fucking lasted. It felt like it lasted like 8 minutes. They didn't give Liv enough time to even kind of get back into the match. They was like, "All right, put the Judgment Day girls out there." Why the fuck are you putting them out there? And I agree with JD from New York. The real winner of this match was Roxanne Perez for wearing that outfit. That was yeah. But outside of that, this match did not this shit just did not cook, man. This shit, bro. Y'all kept telling me this was a story. This was a story. This was a story. And we literally saw 10 minutes of the story that y'all said. Bro, Liv won the fucking Royal Rumble January 31st, my birthday. And I kept saying this shit. You want this match to matter, you got to do more than what the fuck y'all doing. And you kept trying to just make it seem like it was a story. There was no story. They could have done this way better. They could have started Roxanne. Well, Roxanne was sick, so I couldn't, But Raquel was right the fuck there. Raquel, after she lost to Stephanie, it's like they just completely and utterly just forgot about her. Like, bro, Raquel should have been front and fucking center in this storyline because she's the only one that actually has history with Stephanie. And she is friends in a part of the Judgment Day with Liv. And she got fucking eliminated by Liv to get the fucking Royal Rumble. Why would you not tell that story? It's just like they fucking just chose not to fucking do it. Oh my God. Yeah, I am not happy about this. I will never be happy about this. Y'all kept telling me this was a story, and this shit was nothing. You got exactly what the fuck I have been watching for the last couple of weeks. Just a bunch of shit thrown to the wall, trying to make it stick, and it just didn't fucking stick. Maybe if you gave them a little bit more time, maybe the story of the match would have actually mattered. This shit felt like, let's just get the belt on Liv. That's what it felt like. Let's just get this belt on Liv. We don't care about how we got to get it done. Just get the belt on Liv. And that's how I felt. And that's why it's 1.5 fucking stars. Next match. I get this 2.5. I'm gonna keep it at 2.5 because I like the ending. Like the whole segment, I like the ending of the whole segment. And that's the Vision and I Show Speed versus the Usos in LA Knight. I get it 2.5 stars. The match itself felt fast as fuck too. This felt like it was just a bunch of fucking nothing. It felt like an opening match. I don't know what that means to you, but it felt like an opening match. Like it felt like this shit felt like it should have been on Speed. WWE Speed. No, WWE Speed. This shit felt like it should have been on Twitter. It felt like it should have been on X. Because that's all the fuck you put this match for. You put this match together to basically feed social media. That's all you did it for. You didn't give a fuck about the real fans. You just did this shit for clicks. That's what you did it for. I give it 2.5 stars. It was for the ending of the segment of I Show Speed going through a fucking table on Logan Paul. This should be 2 stars. That was nothing. I would never like the fact that I Show Speed got a WrestleMania match over Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov. I don't give a fuck how many clicks he got. I don't give a fuck what his stream does. There's no reason for him to have a match, but Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov didn't. That's insane to me. I get it. Social media is now like some new shit they want to do, and they want to push that narrative. Fuck all that. There was no need for this dude to have this match tonight. They wasted a fucking match. But again, it was on ESPN, social media. They were trying to get people to buzz on this shit. And I'm pretty sure the clicks got when he did the move on Logan Paul, I'm pretty sure that shit has got 1 million fucking views all fucking ready. I'm pretty sure that shit is probably hitting 10 million already, probably 100 million, because it was a great fucking ending. But if you didn't have the ending of that segment, because it wasn't the match, it was the end of the segment, the entire fucking match and segment would be fucking a waste of nothing. It'd be a waste of shit. It's just shit. It's nothing. Outside of that ending of the segment of him going through a table on Logan Paul, there's nothing about this match that I generally give a fuck about. There's nothing about this match that made sense. We didn't need this. We didn't fucking need this. We didn't need it. And the fact that we got it, but we didn't get Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov on the card, is a slap in the fucking face. This is fucking ridiculous. And get those fucking belts off the fucking vision. Raw needs a tag team division. SmackDown needs a tag team division. I got these fucking belts on fucking goofy ass comedy acts. Fuck out of here, dude. 2.5 stars. Um, my next match, I gave it 3 stars. By the end of this, I'll see if I still want to keep it at three. I'll drop it down. And that's the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag team titles. Like I said, man, I had a lot of hope for the women coming in to WrestleMania season after what we saw at the end of last year for a lot of these women. I I talked about this earlier, but Paige is back. Paige is back. She teamed with Brie Bella tonight to take Nikki Bella's place. And basically, all the women from the past are kind of back in WWE, if you think about it. I mean, the women that really started the women's evolution in WWE, you know, AJ Lee, Paige, the Bella Twins, now Charlotte, Bailey, Becky. The only one person they're missing, I'm not gonna say anything because I know if I say her name, then AEW fans gonna jump out the fucking window on me. She's never coming back. Why would you bring her? But there's only one person that's missing. Just saying. Anyway, Paige is back. Great pop for her. She came back. I'm with JD from New York. I wish that people would have never told us the shit was happening. But it is what it is. It is what it is. All in all, this was a good match compared to the other two fucking women matches on this card. The funny part is, this match had no fucking story. Shit this had the least story. Like all of the fucking matches, and yet they made sense of it. It felt like it never stopped moving, which was good. It felt like it never stopped moving. Um, I like when fatal 4-Ways are actual fatal 4-Ways. They don't do that goofy ass shit like they have 4 teams, but they got 2 people just in a ring. It's like, why are you having 2 other people? You got 2 people of the team that's in a ring, and then you got the other 2 fucking teams just standing there. No, it's a fatal 4-Way. Have your one person represent one team, one person represent that team, one person represent that team, one person represent that team. That's how the fuck it's supposed to go. The fact of the matter is, this was better than it could. It was better than what you could have expected. But nothing was really for it. Nothing was told. Like Bailey, Laura, there was nothing there. Nia Lash just lost the belts. Charlotte and Alexa kind of started something, kind of. You can actually tell a story of it. And Brie Bella and Paige won the titles, like I said. And I think it's going to just lead to really just the Bella Twins, AJ Lee and AJ Lee and Paige at some point, maybe SummerSlam, going 1-on-1 for the women's tag team titles. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's now what that fucker does for the other women that was involved tonight. I don't fucking know. I have no clue. I have no clue. But I have said this numerous times. Those tag team titles had the perfect team holding the fucking belts. Io and Rhea. You had the perfect team. I know people sit there and say, "Oh man, but no, man, that was the right fucking team. Put them in WrestleMania and have them walk in as champions. And you could have had Nia and Lash win them bitches tonight. The fact that they chose to do that shit, I would never understand. Like, I get that you wanted to make it, you wanted Rhea in that position. And I get that. And I talk about something I was kind of talking about last week But now that let's just get this out the way. Bianca Belair is pregnant. I'm happy for her and Montez. I am super happy for them. But this now does put a fucking dilemma in place. Puts a massive dilemma in place. I don't want to be that type of fucking fan, but it is a fucking dilemma because at the end of the day, those that's a massive hit to his stories moving forward. Because I'm thinking like, oh, she's gonna be back before SummerSlam, and we're gonna get the match, and it's gonna probably be Rhea and Bianca, and now you just now it's again, it's another fuck. There's another clog in a machine, and you can't even. I don't know what you do tomorrow with Rhea and Jade now. Because Jade can't keep that belt, and Rhea needs to win it. And I kind of said this: if Liv won the night, which I said, if Liv won the night, Rhea needs to win Sunday. Liv won the night. Rhea's winning tomorrow. It makes no sense to now have Rhea lose and go back to Raw. What the fuck are we going? What are you putting her back on Raw for? What are you putting her back on Raw for? It doesn't make sense. Like Rhea should win the belt. It's because now you now know Bianca's not there, and she's not coming back. And she's not coming back for at least a year, at least to maybe next year's Royal Rumble. Maybe. We have no idea how far she is, how far along she is. We don't know. So we don't know if she's even going to be able to compete this year. So you just took her off the board. So maybe next Royal Rumble, maybe she's maybe, maybe, maybe. And for WWE at this point, you can't have that. You can't have one of your most prominent women gone again. And this is another year. She might be able to compete in Saudi Arabia. She might. We don't know. We don't know. So at this moment, at this stage, Rib winning the belt tomorrow makes the most sense. Because you can't have Jade walking around SmackDown Championship. You can't have it. You cannot have Jade still being the women's champion. That's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I know people that are like, oh, you just hating on Jade. It's not hating on Jade. Y'all gotta stop fucking using that word where people just say she does not work. She does not fit being the champion. It doesn't fucking work. She is not a champion. She's not. And I know somebody gonna be like, well, Paul Heyman, my nigga, listen to me. Paul Heyman's in the business of making wrestlers. He's gonna talk up Jade as much as he physically fucking can. But I'm watching this shit. Jade is not a champion, bro. She needs to improve in the ring immensely. Putting the belt on Rhea, you give SmackDown an ejection, which they fucking need, which is a fucking star. They need a woman on SmackDown. Because now think about it if you look at it from this perspective. Now you can run Rhea and Lash. You can run Rhea and Tiffany. You can run Rhea and Jordan Grace. You can run Rhea. You can run Rhea and Alexa Bliss. You can run Rhea and Julia. There are different matches on SmackDown that I would rather prefer seeing right now with Rhea than Jade. And now that we now know Bianca's not coming back. So we're going to put that shit to bed. She ain't coming back this year. Put that shit to bed. She may be back for the Royal Rumble. Maybe. That's a big ass maybe right now. But the best time we might get her really as a wrestler is probably next year's WrestleMania. And that's even a fucking maybe. Not a that's even a fucking maybe at this point. SmackDown WWE needs a draft. I said this shit. I'm gonna say it again. WWE needs a draft, bro. That women's division on SmackDown is fucking putrid. It's bad. It's fucking putrid. It's bad, man. This Fatal 4-Way, outside of the Page return, that was about really I can even give you about this Fatal 4-Way. Like I said, I gave it 3 stars because compared, to be honest, I'd probably give it 2.5. I said I was gonna keep it at 3, but it'd probably be 2.5. 2.5. Like I said, the match felt like it just never stopped, which is good. In a Fatal 4-Way tag team match, you never wanted to fucking stop, but nothing was for it. Nothing was for it. Nothing was for it. Nothing was for it. Bailey, Laura, Lash, Nia, Charlotte, Alexa, and now Paige is back, and that's great for her. I'm happy that Paige is back. But we can kind of already see where that fucking is going. It's going to be AJ Lee and Paige teaming up to go against the Bella Twins. Now I don't know if it's going to happen at SummerSlam or sooner. Maybe they do another Evolution pay per view in like the summer, and that's the match. But yeah, 2.5 stars. I give it 2.5 stars. The next match I gave it 4 stars, and that is Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. This was unsanctioned. Um, if that main event, if that main event didn't get better at the end, oh, I was gonna talk cash shit. I was gonna talk cash shit because I felt Jacob and Drew should have been in that match. I still do. No matter how good that match ended, the second half of the match was. No matter how good the second half of it was, Jacob and Drew would have made that match way better. Um, I'm happy that Jacob and Drew um got a chance to have a WrestleMania match together. I'm happy Drew got a chance to have a match like this. Happy Jacob won because now you're gonna push him moving forward. But man, oh man, oh man. This was the second match to open WrestleMania that was on ESPN2. And man, oh man, oh man. It wasn't gonna be like the main event. It wasn't gonna be blood. It wasn't gonna be crazy shit. This was a tamed, unsanctioned match. It was a tamed, unsanctioned match, which you don't want to hear. A tamed and unsanctioned in the same sentence. like you don't want to hear tamed and unsanctioned in the same damn sentence. That's not good. Um, I didn't expect this to be super crazy because it was on ESPN too. I mean, I think you could have got away with the blood and you could have got away with some shit, but this was the best you could have asked for from both of these men. This was the best you could have asked for. I truly, truly feel that way. I think this is the best you could have asked for. Drew and Jacob did exactly what I expected them to do. Beat the shit out of each other. And that's good. Now looking back at it at the beginning of this night, this might be a better match. Probably didn't. This probably is a better match. This is probably a better match. Like this is more so probably a better match. When you look at the entire card overall, the story, the match lived up to what it needed to live up to. Yeah, this was probably a better match. But I give it 4 stars. Next match is Randy versus Cody, and I gave that 4.5 stars. I really give it 4. for the undisputed WWE Championship. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Like I said, wasn't for the second half of this match, this would be my worst match on the night. This would be my worst match of the night. If it wasn't for the second half of this match, and again, the two matches that got the most time on the card, there's three matches I feel like they got the most time. Jacob and Drew, Cody and Randy, Seth and Gunther. Outside of those three matches, everything felt like a fucking let's get this shit over with match. Like, we know we gotta do this, but let's get this shit over with. Cody and Randy, the main event, deserved to have a good 30 minutes. It deserved to have a long, drawn out main event. But my God, if that first half, oh my God, that first half sucked. The first half sucked. This might have been Randy's best fucking WrestleMania match. I ain't even joking. I'm dead ass serious. This might be his best WrestleMania match. I know people say WrestleMania 30. That was more so a testament to Daniel Bryan's story than Randy Orton's performance. I think people don't understand that. I guess I give it WrestleMania 30. 31 with him and Seth. That might be his best match. But this is maybe close second, third. Like this was his best match. And that's a damn shame to say. This man has been wrestling at WrestleMania. This was his 22nd, 23rd WrestleMania. And this was his fucking second to best match of his fucking career. That's insane. That's fucking insane to say that. Clearly, WWE fucked up. Let me take that back. TKO fucked up. Pat McAfee should have never been inserted into this match. Ever. And then you have him inserted, and thank the gods above that they figured out a way to get his ass the fuck out the match. Because Jelly Roll putting his ass through an announce table, I ain't never been so happy to see Jelly Roll ever. Ever. Like in wrestling. Like ever. I was like, about fucking time. Like, this is how it's supposed to go. Let these two men just fucking wrestle. But man, oh man, did that take a minute. Like, my God. I'm just sitting there and I'm watching this. And I'm like, you can't tell me this is a main event of WrestleMania. They basically told the same fucking story from King of the Ring. And this is why I didn't want to watch this fucking match. Because it literally was the same fucking match from King of the Ring. It was the same fucking match. He's working on his lower back. He's a little bit more demonic about the shit. But it's the same shit. It was just a long, boring ass first half of this match. Oh my God, boy, I was about to go in here and rip this shit to shreds. Oh my God. I was about to say, man, this might be worse than John Cena and Cody from last year. And I fucking hated that fucking match. I fucking despised that match. It kicked into another gear. Thank God it did. Because, man, oh man, was I about to talk shit. Oh my God, I'm about to talk shit. I'm about to talk ass shit on this motherfucker. It kicked into another gear. I'll tell you that. It kicked into another gear. Thank God. Once Randy started bleeding, and you can, like, once he started hitting them RKOs and shit, the energy shifted. Thank God. Because this match, man, this match could have been so much worse than what it actually ended up being. Like, oh my God. Pat McAfee came back out trying to help Randy with a fucking neck brace on and a referee shirt on. And he RKOs him. And here's the thing. I know a lot of people are mad that Randy's not champion and Cody won because Cody is still champion. I know a lot of people are mad that Randy's not champion, but Randy's not champion and Cody still is. I didn't think Randy needed to win. I might be the only person in that percentage of people. I didn't think Randy needed to win. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are we doing if Randy wins? Nobody can actually physically tell me what actually happens if Randy wins. Well, Randy wins, then what? He wins, then what? What the fuck happens? Now, here's the crazy part Randy's going to win his 15th title. He's going to beat Cody to be the 15th champion. Here's the problem I didn't think him winning at Mania makes sense because you're basically telling the same story you told last year with Cody and John Cena. And to avoid that situation, let's not fucking do that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, like I said last year, I didn't think John Cena needed the fucking belt. I didn't think it. I thought that was a stupid waste of a 17 title. It was a dumbass decision. I didn't like it. I felt like he should have won Grand Slam, won the Intercontinental title, and had a run with the Intercontinental Championship. You did not have to give him the 17th title. I didn't like it then. I don't think chasing these records are actually helping the company. You're just giving somebody a belt just to say, okay, now go away. Why? Why? And now we could probably put this shit to bed too with the backlash shit, where it's like, oh man, Randy and Cody and Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee. The way Randy RKO'd the fuck out of Pat tonight, I don't think we're having that match. Now they could become cool on Friday Night SmackDown, and maybe they could become cool. Maybe I don't fucking know, but I didn't see the point of. I'm assuming that's the end of that. Because Pat said if Randy loses, he's never going to be back in wrestling again. That's what he said. We shall see. Because we all know TKO is going to try to force this. And yeah, but the match was better at the end. If you told me at the fucking beginning, oh my God, yeah, that ending saved this match for me personally. I give it 4 stars. I like it a lot. I like the ending of way more than like John Cena and Cody's last year. That shit was just disrespectful as fuck. That was a disrespectful ass match. Oh, that shit sucked. Oh my God, that shit sucked. Um, my match of the night is clear as day. What my match of the night is. Match of the night is. It's my only 5-star match, and that is Seth Rollins versus Gunther. Uh, I get his 5 stars. This is my match of the night. If you told me that these two men was going to wrestle at WrestleMania this year without a story, I would have been up for the match regardless. Because these are two of my favorite wrestlers. I have said this numerous times. I fucking love Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is my favorite wrestler. He is the GOAT. I don't give a fuck what you believe. Roman Reigns is not the GOAT. Seth Rollins is the fucking GOAT. Seth Rollins is why Roman Reigns' ass is even in a position that he is in. If it wasn't for Seth Rollins taking his punk ass under his wings in the Shield, Roman Reigns' ass would be nowhere. Be forced. The catalyst of the bloodline. They have said this numerous fucking times. The catalyst of the bloodline is because Seth Rollins betrayed Roman Reigns. How many times have they said this shit? That the catalyst of the bloodline is because Seth Rollins betrayed Roman Reigns in the Shield. So all you I Love the Bloodline fans, thanks Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is the GOAT. It's the motherfucking GOAT. And Gunther, I'm gonna be honest. I hate calling this man fucking Gunther. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I fucking despise calling this man fucking Gunther. Walter Walter is probably one of the best fucking in-ring performers we have in wrestling today. I know people that don't like him. They don't like Gunther, Walter. They don't like him. And for those people that don't like Gunther, I really don't think you like wrestling. I don't think you like wrestling. I really believe that shit. You don't like him, but you glaze Logan Paul. You don't like Gunther, but you want Austin Theory to be the future of the company. You don't you, you don't you don't like Gunther, but you think Roman Reigns is the GOAT of wrestling. Okay. Yeah, you niggas don't like wrestling. You niggas don't like wrestling at all. Gunther is the fucking man. From the moment I saw this man entrance, when he first appeared in WWE, and he walked out on Pete Dunne in NXT, the UK NXT takeover, and he came out at the Pete Dunne and Joe Coffey had an incredible fucking match. That fucking match was good. He comes out, and you like, who the fuck is this? Like immediately, you're like, who the fuck is this? Who is this? Yeah, he different. He looked different. He looked different. And they had that fucking match in New York at NXT Takeover. Oh my god, man, that match was good. Oh man, that match was fucking good, man. I have been a fan of Gunther. I've been a fan of Gunther. I've been a fan of Gunther so goddamn long. I can call him Walter. I can call him Walter on this goddamn podcast. Seth Rollins and Gunther, no story, went out there tonight, and I can basically tell y'all, if Cody and Randy didn't have the ending that they had, the second half of that match, I would easily tell y'all Seth Rollins and Gunther is the only match to watch on WrestleMania. I'ma still tell you, Seth Rollins and Gunther is probably, I would probably skip a good portion of Cody and Randy's match. If I'm talking about watching a whole match through, Seth Rollins and Gunther. This is match enemy. It's not even close. The fact that these two men didn't even have a fucking story, and they just went out there and just wrestled. Hey man, this was WWE's version. I hate to say it, but this was WWE's version of AEW. This basically was the fucking version of AEW. No story, no nothing. Just go out there and wrestle. Okay. All right. Two of the best in-ring performers that you can ask for just beat the shit out of each other. When the crowd is chanting, this is awesome, and we only maybe 10, 15 minutes into the match, yeah, I think we've established that this is the best match of the night. There is no there is not a single conversation that if anybody watched tonight, WrestleMania night fucking one, and you sit there and tell me, I don't really like this match, you don't like wrestling. You don't like wrestling. You don't like it. You can sit there and lie to them niggas on social media all fucking day. Nigga, don't lie to me. I don't lie. You don't like wrestling, nigga. Because if you sitting there saying you didn't like this match, you didn't like this match right here. You didn't like Seth versus Gunther. You either a hater, you're a fucking hater. You hate either one of these men, or probably both of them. Or nigga, you just don't like wrestling. I'm not even having a back and forth with you niggas no more. If you just don't like if you didn't like this match, you're a fucking hater, or you just don't like fucking wrestling. And you say you do. You don't. Nigga, you don't. There was no reason for these two men to go out there and have a match tonight. But they did. And it's easily the best fucking match. It's not even fucking close. It's not even remotely fucking close. There's no match on this card tonight that even resembled these two men. All these various fucking stories, all these things they tried to make up. These motherfuckers got put together 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It had the best fucking match on the whole entire card. That's fucking insane. That is insane. If you don't like this match, you're a hater. You hate both of these niggas, or probably one of them. You hate both of them, or you probably hate one of them. Or you just plain old, simply, not a fucking fan of wrestling, and stop saying you are. You can stop saying you are. You can stop trying to put yourself in that nigga. You're not. Because if you're sitting there saying Seth and Gunther is not the best match you saw that night, you delusional as shit, and you need help. And to be honest with you, I would be surprised if this is probably the best match this whole fucking weekend. We gonna give tomorrow a chance. All in all, night one was exactly what I thought it would be. A bunch of fucking nothing. A bunch of fucking nothing. A bunch of fucking nothing. Outside of Seth and Gunther, none of these matches are worth your time. Like I said, Randy and Cody, only the second half. None of these matches are worth your time. None of them. You can watch Paige return on YouTube or social media. You don't need to go and watch the whole match. There's no need. There's no reason for this. This match, like I said, it felt like it's like they had time restrictions for WrestleMania. The fuck you got time restrictions for WrestleMania? I don't know if this is ESPN. I don't know, but there is no need for these matches to feel like they barely got started. It felt like they barely got started. That's insane. The three matches they gave the most time to was Jacob and Drew, a match that I actually liked. Cody and Randy. It was the main event, so of course you're going to give that a little bit more time. And Seth and Gunther, who has the best match of the whole fucking night. Outside of that, every fucking match felt like they were just trying to get this shit over with. Trying to get this shit over with. Trying to get this shit over with. Like I said, the fucking pay-per-view started at 5. Bro, it literally ended at like 8. 8:45, 8:50. So 3 hours and 45 minutes for a WrestleMania? Good time. I give you that. But this shit was no rhyme, no reason. Outside of Bianca coming out and announcing that she's pregnant, that was the best moment of the night. Seth Rollins and Gunther is the best match. The rest of this fucking card is a waste of time and energy. I wouldn't even go back and watch this shit. Last year's WrestleMania Night 1 was fucking putrid. That shit was bad. Like, Night 1 last year was so fucking bad. I mean, outside of Seth, Roman, and Punk, I literally can tell you Night 1 was probably one of the worst Night 1s I've ever seen in my life. It's not an exaggeration. I know a lot of people think that's like an exaggeration. It's not an exaggeration. It's not, bro. It's not. I think a lot of people try to make it seem like it's an exaggeration. It's not. I got 2 matches literally that have worse ratings than the one match that I had last year that had the worst rating that I ever did on this show. And that was New Day and War Raiders. I got 2 matches that were for fucking titles that had supposedly story, and they fucking bombed. It was just fucking bad, man. Oh man, yeah, this shit was bad. Night 1, WrestleMania. I don't know how you fucking look at this shit and not get offended. Like I said, outside of Bianca pregnancy announcement, outside of Paige coming back, and Seth and Gunther, don't rewatch this shit. Tomorrow I'll be back. to do night 2. I saw people sit there and say night 1 has this, and this. Night 1 is so much better than night 2. How you feeling now? Because night 1 fucking sucked. Night 1 was predictable as fuck. It was predictable as shit. You can honest, I could not even watch the shit and told you who was gonna win. Maybe outside of the women's tag team titles, but once you start to say Paige is coming back and she's gonna join Brie, you kind of know Brie and Paige are gonna win the fucking titles because you're not gonna have a return just to end in nothing. That's fucking stupid. Especially a return like Paige. You're not doing that. So she's gonna win. So outside of that, everybody, probably outside of Cody and Randy, which that was kind of a little bit like, I don't know. But I was hoping Cody won. Because giving Randy Orton the fucking title at this point, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for? I don't think Randy needs to win 15 titles. I'm the only one I might be the only one in this fucking party. I don't think Randy needs to win a 15th title. You gave him the belt for fucking what reason? Why? Why giving him the belt is such a... Why do y'all want this so fucking bad? Like, what does this do? What does it do? What does the story... What's the story that's going to get told? What is it? Because you're going to be pissed off by the end of SummerSlam because Cody's going to beat Randy and take the belt back. So what the fuck is the point? Why are we doing this? Randy does not need to be a 15-time champion. There's no need for it. There's no fucking need for it. Next, like I said, tomorrow night, I'll be back. To do my rating review. Next. I'm looking at 2 matches that might be terrible on like card wise, like me just watching it. Outside of that, I expect tomorrow night to be a little bit better. I expect 6 matches. That first match is the most important match of night 2. I'm gonna tell you why I say Oba and Brock is the most important match of night 2 because you can kill your crowd with one decision, and you can't get them back until maybe the main event. They don't have enough matches on this card to make you care. If you give the win to Brock tomorrow night, you just killed your fans. And you probably ain't getting them back until Roman and Punk. Maybe. You probably ain't gonna get them back until Roman and Punk. I don't give a fuck how spectacular that ladder match is. I don't give a fuck what you do with Rhea and Jade. I care less about what the Demon Finn battle might do to Dominic Mysterio. I don't give a fuck if you give the belt to Trick. That crowd is dead. One decision can fuck up your whole WrestleMania night 2. One. And that's having Brock go over Oba. I know people don't want to hear this because they think they know every fucking thing, but they don't. The facts are, you're going to kill your crowd. If you give the decision to Brock Lesnar, you're going to kill the crowd. And you ain't getting them back to the main event. How much y'all want to bet? I don't give a fuck how spectacular that ladder match is. I don't give a fuck how many times. I don't give a fuck if Real wins. I don't care if Trick wins. I don't give a shit if the Demon Finn battle literally breaks Dominic's neck in the fucking match. I don't give a shit. You're not getting them back until Roman and Punk. That crowd will be dead for the whole fucking WrestleMania. With one decision. Oba needs to win. Especially after what the fuck we saw tonight. That's the only decision that needs to happen. The rest of the night will be smooth sailing if Oba wins. Watch. The rest of the night will be smooth sailing. Because you made a star. Making a star is way more important than how the fuck you put. That's probably why this tonight just feels like it just wasn't it. Because nobody was actually generally made. Everything that we expected to happen, happened. Everything we expected to happen, happened. Everything we expected to happen, happened. Yeah. But I'll be back tomorrow for night 2. Hopefully it goes better than the fucking tonight. I hope and pray that, but we shall see. It is WWE. We shall see. Till next time, I am Brandon Janeau. This is Wrestling Life, WrestleMania 42, Night 1, Rating Review Show. Peace.